bullshit. That's what I smell. I smell it. And as we can see, my nose is pretty large. Even though I got allergies, I can still smell well enough. I know what I'm smelling when I'm smelling it. Shedeur Sanders, 5th round pick. Really? Stephen A. Smith show in the house.
Stephen A. Smith just blew the roof off live TV, and trust me, haters better run for cover. Shedeur Sanders rolled into Cleveland and snatched that QB1 spot like it was the last pair of Jordans on release day. And now Stephen A. is out here scorching critics like he's at a backyard cookout, tossing shade hotter than summer asphalt. Who caught the flames? What got exposed? And how in the world did Shedeur flip the whole NFL storyline before preseason even kicked off?
So why are we having this conversation about his character? I'm going to tell you why. Because you got people hating on his daddy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And they want any excuse that they can come up with. And let me remind America why Deion Sanders, we going to say this. This is why Deion Sanders is hated by some people. Because he was the greatest.
Buckle in. This isn't mild. This is straight Carolina Reaper level drama. The Cleveland Browns just handed the entire offense to a rookie who struts through camp like the stadium already belongs to him. Shedeur didn't just show up to training camp. He stormed in, hijacked the spotlight, slid into Deshaun Watson's parking spot, and casually dropped a no-look dime straight through media expectations, landing himself the starting quarterback job before anyone could blink. And the football world, it lost its mind. Comment sections melted, analysts froze mid-sentence, and fans acted like they just found out their ex married a celebrity overnight.
As of the time of taping this show, have been picked. There was speculation he was going to be number 1.
Right.
Now, ultimately, Cam Ward, it was always him or Cam Ward. But how the hell you go from speculating about him or Cam Ward to Jackson Dart and Milroe and Jalen Milroe and all of these cats being picked ahead of him? How that happened? The Browns needed a quarterback. The New Orleans Saints needed a quarterback. Before they acquired Geno Smith in Oakland, Las Vegas.
Meanwhile, Stephen A. Smith lit up ESPN like it was a heavyweight comedy roast. He had the mic, the stage, and a flamethrower, ready to torch every single critic who dared question Shedeur's takeover. Because let's get one thing crystal clear. This was never just about football, it was about dominance. This wasn't some quiet quarterback swap whispered in a back office. This was a straight-up takeover. Shedeur Sanders marched into that Browns locker room, glanced at the depth chart, and basically said, "Cool story, I'm QB1 now." And the craziest part, he didn't just talk the talk, he walked it like a boss. People thought it was all hype, just vibes and a flashy last name. Wrong! Shedeur backed it up with icy precision, dropping throws so sharp they cut through defenses like glass. He had nerves of steel, a football IQ that left veteran defenders spinning.
I won't allow him to play for. This is my profession. I know what's behind the curtain. We ain't got to get back there for me to understand what's not prominent for my son. I'm not doing it.
And if he doesn't listen to you?
Who? No, you must mean owners.
If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the culture, don't give me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over. And I've done it over and over and over. So it should be no question why an NFL franchise should pick me. You think I'm worried about what critics say or what people got to say? You know who my dad is? They hated on him too. So it's like, it's almost normal. Without people hating, it's not normal for us. So we like the adversity. We like everything that comes with the name. That's why we are.
And reads that made seasoned pros look like they were stuck playing Madden on rookie mode. Now rewind the tape. This is the same Shedeur Sanders who flipped college football on its head, dragging it from Jackson State to Colorado while dragging the whole sport into the TikTok era. He made the huddle feel like a movie set, turned sidelines into Hollywood, and stacked stats with surgeon-level calm. And the swag, let's just say half the NFL suddenly looked like they were shopping clearance racks while he was rocking custom fits. Mini camp, he turned heads. Training camp, he threw one pass so smooth, so disrespectfully clean, that you could practically hear a cornerback's ego breaking in the background. Veterans blinked, Coaches traded whispers, and then came the inevitable call. Shedeur's the guy. The rookie just hijacked the spotlight, and that's when Stephen A. Smith stormed in like a caffeine-charged hurricane with a score to settle. This man didn't just talk. He came strapped with receipts.
Is that Shedeur Sanders is a bad brother. This brother's something special. Okay, his poise in the pocket, his athleticism, his willingness to stand in there amongst the giants and take hits, take punishment. Got to give credit where credit is due. He only got sacked once, but he was running for his life half the damn time he was out there. But his ability to continue to make plays under duress, I believe, cements him as a surefire first-round pick and one of the top 2 quarterbacks that's going to go in next spring's NFL.
Stephen A. had been preaching Shedeur's name long before half the analysts could even pronounce it, and now he was spitting monologues so fiery you'd think the fire department had him on speed dial. One by one, he dragged the doubters. The scouts who said Shedeur wasn't built for the pros, fried. That one analyst who claimed he had mid-tier arm strength, torched. Every single draft expert who skipped over him like he was a YouTube ad they couldn't wait to skip, obliterated on national TV. This isn't some casual quarterback switch. This is a generational flip of the script. The NFL woke up with a hangover, only to realize the whole game has shifted. And guess who's driving the bus? Shedeur Sanders with Coach Prime riding shotgun, probably live streaming the whole joyride to millions. And the Browns? Oh man, this is the team that's turned quarterback roulette into an annual holiday tradition. Half the fan base is biting their nails, bracing for disaster. The other half already ordered custom QB1 jerseys and are practicing TikTok dances like it's draft day all over again.
In the National Football League is the quarterback position. A projected first-round pick falling to the 5th round is not something we have ever seen for somebody who wasn't coming off a devastating injury or had a checkered pass or didn't have a checkered pass off the field. Those are the only kinds of folks that drop that precipitously. Neither applies to Shedeur Sanders. He has no checkered pass off the field. On the field, he performed, and he has no injury history, despite being sacked 94 times in the last 2 years. But he went to the 5th round. And why?
Meanwhile, the media is spiraling. Some are questioning the decision, some are flat out panicking, and a handful are clinging to that tired line. He hasn't proved anything yet, which is wild, considering half the league is still banking careers off potential. But here's the difference. Shedeur's potential comes with receipts, highlight reels, and a blue verified checkmark to shut the haters up. The online meltdown was instant, chaos on demand. Reddit threads turned into full-blown courtroom battles with fans acting like defense lawyers and prosecutors. X, looked like a messy reality show reunion with Browns fans clawing at each other like it was a custody dispute.
Donald Trump is pushing out tweets about how corrupt it is. I mean, think about that. President Donald Trump is pulling out tweets about how corrupt it is and how these owners look absolutely stupid or ill-advised. And I don't know about y'all, but I want y'all to listen before I get into it to my man Mel Kiper Jr. of ESPN, who is going off about Shedeur Sanders being snubbed because he had Sanders as arguably the best quarterback in this draft.
And in every corner of the internet, meme kings popped up, dropping photoshops of Shedeur in a crown, holding Deshaun's helmet like it was a championship trophy. Even the so-called experts didn't know which way was up. One analyst dusted off the tired RG3 comparison, while another went full conspiracy mode, claiming this was just a clout move by Cleveland. Meanwhile, Shedeur's out there in practice, casually launching 40-yard lasers like he's tossing warm-up passes in the backyard. But let's be real, this isn't just about raw talent, it's about timing. The Browns needed a reset, a full-on rebrand. They don't need another complicated genius quarterback holding the locker room hostage with drama like some daytime Dr. Phil special. What they need is someone who commands the huddle with authority. No tears, no drama, just straight control. And that's exactly where Shedeur Sanders slides in. Calm, cool, acting like this is year 5, not his first 5 minutes on the job. The Browns spotted it early. This wasn't just Instagram highlight fluff. Shedeur came to camp locked in, surgical with his throws, his timing sharper than a razor, accuracy so tight it could slice your eyebrows clean off, his pocket presence, flawless. The man moves like he was born inside the pocket. No panic, no flinch, not even a blink when the playbook might as well be written in another language. He's got the calmness of a chess-playing grandma, but the edge of a dude who's sick of being doubted.
Zach Jackson and him and everybody else that we talked to have said that Shedeur looks good. He looks really good.
Yes.
He looks better. And we got Zach that say Dylan Gabriel ain't even an NFL quarterback.
That's true.
So how is it that this man can't get a rep with the one, but that non-NFL quarterback can?
We all
what
agree with
sense
that.
does that make?
It makes no sense.
Clearly, the guys running the team disagree with us.
Man,
it doesn't make any
and they're
sense.
the ones.
What are y'all trying to? What is the goal of this?
While other rookies are busy flexing gym selfies for clout, Shedeur Sanders is in the film room dissecting cover 3 schemes like he's about to perform open heart surgery. And here's the wild part. He gets it, all of it. Multiple insiders are buzzing that the Browns coaching staff is blown away by how fast he absorbed the playbook. Like, hold up, he memorized that already? And it's not just book smarts, it's showing up on the field. Reports say he's already clicking with the Browns' young receivers, cooking up chemistry so tight, it's making the veterans on the sideline do double takes. Imagine walking into camp and immediately becoming the WR whisperer, turning rookies into stars and making seasoned pros wonder if they're about to get leapfrogged. But here's where it gets even juicier. Rumors are swirling this isn't just some flashy preseason stunt. Cleveland might be plotting long-term. This could be the quiet rollout of a quarterback succession plan. Deshaun Watson? Yeah, he's still on the payroll, but insiders are whispering that leash is way shorter than most realize. Think about it. Cleveland has been drowning in quarterback drama for years.
That damn Shedeur Sanders ends up being better this season. He goes out there and balls. I am going to be pissed. I'm going to be apoplectic if that happens.
Whoa.
Because the Steelers could have drafted him. And I believe that Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin would have drafted him if ownership didn't influence.
They don't want another multi-million-dollar rehab project splashed across headlines. What they want is stability, a future they can sell to the fans, and a fresh face to build around. Develop Shedeur now, mold the offense to his style, and quietly prep for the inevitable, moving on from baggage before it spills all over the field. If you think this story is just about a rookie with crisp footwork and a pretty spiral, you're missing the whole picture. Shedeur Sanders didn't survive the system. He was the system. And now the NFL is waking up to a wild new reality. A quarterback who can command a locker room, crush a press conference, and trend on TikTok all in the same week is a walking goldmine. And that's where Deion's legacy comes crashing in. This isn't just about reviving HBCUS or turning Colorado football into the most dramatic sideline reality show we've ever seen. No, this is about changing how we even define quarterback development in the modern era. We're used to QBs being molded by 50-year-old coordinators hiding behind laminated play sheets. But Shedeur, he grew up with a dad who drops motivational grenades on Tuesdays, pitches billion-dollar brands on Wednesdays, and still finds time to dominate sports media before breakfast. That's not training, that's evolution. And the old guard, they're rattled, shaken. Scouts who once rolled their eyes at Jackson State are now deleting old takes like their careers depend on it. Analysts who labeled Shedeur a system quarterback are suddenly out here fumbling for new adjectives. Words like,
you realize something I've been dealing with my entire life. And I promise you've probably been dealing with this as well, especially if you black. And you great, you believe in yourself. I promise you've been dealing with this. It's when they don't want you there. They want to get rid of you. But nothing they say can change the mind of others. Nothing they do can stop you. So then they go to their colleagues, co-workers, friends, business partners, and collectively, they all come up with a plan for you to ruin.
Underrated, surprisingly cerebral, and maybe the future. Because if Shedeur lights up defenses in the AFC North the way he's been torching practices, dropping lasers, flexing poise, and stunting like he's been NFL ready since kindergarten, it's over. It's not just hype anymore, it's a wrap. He's not just a storyline, he is the storyline. And if Shedeur actually starts stacking wins, oh, it's over. Stephen A. Smith won't just celebrate, he'll ascend into full-blown sports analyst nirvana, floating above the ESPN set, clutching his mic like it's a holy relic from football heaven. But here's the real ripple effect. This isn't just a Browns headline. This could shake the entire foundation of NFL scouting. For decades, teams chased rocket arms and measurables, even if the quarterback was a walking PR disaster who couldn't string 2 sentences together. Now, the league is realizing that a quarterback who's media savvy, spotlight ready, and already branded for prime time might just be more valuable than another athletic project with zero polish. And don't think the division isn't watching. Joe Burrow, he better recheck his blind side. Lamar Jackson, Shedeur's breaking down your film like it's the director's cut of a Marvel origin story. And Pittsburgh,
it's like, didn't get your speed.
I don't think Shedeur would be the quarterback he is if he had that, because now he has to really use the intellect and the instinct and understanding of the game and understand defenses and all that. So how many quarterbacks going in this draft have started every game in high school, every game in college but one, has had several different offensive coordinators, and not the best of protection, and the numbers keep going up and every darn year. And he can stand and deliver and take the heat, because when you go to a team, that team is not going to be good. So how many of these guys come out of these major schools that have won, go to a team that's not good, is a wrap.
You better tighten up, because if Shedeur starts adding Steelers highlights to his personal mixtape, that rivalry just got nuclear. Let's be clear, Cleveland didn't just roll the dice on a rookie. They made a calculated bet, a swagger-filled, headline-busting, logic-driven bet. Shedeur didn't luck into anything. He walked into camp, outworked the field, and forced the coach's hand with receipts, style, and undeniable skill. In a league begging for fresh faces, Cleveland may have landed the one quarterback built not just to survive chaos, but to thrive inside it. Let's be clear, this isn't some slick marketing gimmick wrapped in highlight reels. Behind all the flash is a quarterback who treats film study like it's his personal religion. Teammates are buzzing that Shedeur memorized the playbook at warp speed, and receivers swear his timing is so perfect it feels like he's throwing the ball before they even finish their routes. And the offensive coordinator, word is he's grinning ear to ear like Christmas came early in Cleveland. So what does Stefanski see that the rest of the league is just now catching on to? He sees the moment the narrative flips, the point where swagger and substance collide perfectly in one player. He sees a quarterback who doesn't just play the game, he bends the entire football universe to his rhythm. And when that happens, don't be surprised if Stephen A. Smith campaigns for a national holiday in Shedeur's name. And opponents, they better get their helmets strapped on tight. The AFC North already has Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, but now Shedeur's stepping in, and he's not here to learn, he's here to dominate, with Coach Prime lurking in the background as the ultimate hype man, turning every snap into a spectacle. So if you're still clutching your pearls over the Browns handing the keys to a rookie, maybe pause and take a look at what's really happening. Cleveland isn't gambling, they're investing in the future. And that future just so happens to wear a watch worth more than your car, yet still shows up early to practice, ready to put in the work. The whispers turned into sirens the moment practice highlights leaked. Clips of Shedeur zipping passes across the field spread faster than wildfire, and suddenly the NFL world was split in two. Half the people were screaming, "It's just practice," while the other half swore they were watching the future of football unfold right before their eyes. And here's the kicker. Those weren't just pretty spirals for social media clout.
Some statistics from their 11-on-11 scrimmage and OTAs. And we all know why they posted this. They didn't post this so we could see the progress of the Cleveland Browns. They posted this so people could see how Shedeur Sanders was playing in the OTAs. And boy, these stats gonna have some of y'all mad. 7 for 9 with 3 TDs? Flacco went 9 for 14, Shedeur went 7 for 9, Pickett went 9 for 16, and Gabriel went 11 for 16. Only one person has more than 2 touchdowns on here with 0 interceptions. Yes.
Coaches say his ball placement is so sharp, defenders are already dreading one-on-ones. One insider even joked, it's like he's GPS tracking the football. The energy at camp shifted overnight. Rookies leaning in to catch his rhythm, vets sneaking glances like, wait, he did what just now? Meanwhile, outside Cleveland, rival fan bases are losing it. Steelers threads look like group therapy sessions. Ravens fans are nervously side-eyeing Lamar's film study hours. Bengals fans, they're out here pretending Burrow's contract extension is all that matters. But deep down, they're sweating. Shedeur isn't just a rookie anymore. He's a storm forming right in their division. And back at ESPN, Stephen A. Smith is doubling down, practically daring critics to keep hating. Every time Shedeur makes a throw, Stephen A. is on air ready to detonate again, shouting like it's gospel. This kid is different. Love him or doubt him, the spotlight isn't leaving anytime soon. Because this isn't just about Cleveland. It's about the league realizing that swagger, skill, and media dominance might be the new quarterback prototype. And Shedeur Sanders is already rewriting the script. This isn't a hijack, it's a full-blown revolution. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a quarterback, he's the conductor of chaos, the franchise centerpiece, and the headline cover star all rolled into one. And who's narrating it louder than anyone? Stephen A. Smith, serving play-by-play so dramatic it feels like a one-man Super Bowl halftime show with a flamethrower in his back pocket. Cleveland didn't just make a decision, they lit a fuse. What we're watching is precision, confidence, and a splash of righteous media vengeance rolled into the NFL's hottest storyline. The Browns gave Shedeur the keys, and now the whole league is bracing for impact. And trust me, this ride is just heating up. So don't miss what's next. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this with your people. See you on the next one.